Alright, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Wassce Tutorials. We see where mathematical literacy begins. Today, we'll be solving the Wassce 2025 Elective Mathematics, which is further mathematics, which they wrote it yesterday, 2nd September 2025. So let's see. I have the question paper with me here, which is Wassce 2025 Further Mathematics Elective. So that's the question I have here. Okay, so we'll be starting with them one after the other till we get to the last question. So let's see. So we are solving Wassce 2025. Wassce 2025. And this is further mathematics. So let's see question 1. Question 1, they give us a binary operation. Plus is defined on the set of real numbers R by P operation Q equals PQ over 7 plus P plus Q, where P and Q are elements of the set of real numbers. So now they say we should find the inverse of -2 under the operation, then B, truth set of M operation 5 equals M operation 7. Okay. So this is the question. A binary operation plus is defined on the set of real numbers R by P operation Q equals PQ over 7 plus P plus Q, where P and Q are elements of the set of real numbers. Find the inverse of -2 under the operation. Alright, so let's solve it fast. So solution here. So now we have P operation Q is equal to PQ over 7 plus P plus Q. We want the inverse of -2. Now, to find for the inverse, you need to find for what? The identity element, which is the neutral element, before you can find for the inverse element. So you need to get the identity element or the neutral element. So now we need to find for the neutral element. So our neutral element, we can write P operation E. P operation E is equal to E operation P, which is equal to P, which means here the neutral element or the identity element is commutative, or we have to check whether the operation is commutative before we can find for the identity element or neutral element. And with this, the operation is commutative, and if the operation is commutative, it permits you to find for the identity element. If the operation is not commutative, then it means that we can't find the identity element for the given operation. So here, since the operation is commutative, we can find for what? The identity element. So P operation E equals E operation P equals P, where E is an element of the set of real numbers. So we can replace kill by what? E. So inside we have P operation E is equal to PE over 7 plus P plus E. Now, what is P operation E? P operation E is giving us what? P. So P equals PE over 7 plus P plus E. Now, what are we making the subject? We are making E the subject. So let's say we multiply through by 7. How many terms we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 terms and the LCM is 7. So here by 7, we have 7P. Here also by 7. So 7 will cancel that. So we have PE plus 7 times this is 7P plus here we have 7E. Now, we group like terms. Then we put the ones with the E's towards aside. So we have 7P minus 7P equals PE plus 7E. So now 7P minus 7P is just 0. It's equal to, when you factorize E out, P plus what? 7. We divide both sides by P plus 7. So 0 on P plus 7. Then, which is equal to E P plus 7 all over P plus 7. So this one cancels. So we have our E to be equal to 0 divided by P plus 7 is just 0. It's just 0. So that's the identity element under the given what? Operation. The identity element under the given operation. So we can further proceed to how we can find for the neutral the inverse element. So let's proceed to find for the inverse element. So now for the inverse element we have P operation P inverse is equal to P inverse operation P, and this is equal to E. So this is the inverse formula. P operation P inverse is equal to P inverse operation P, and this will give us what? E, where P inverse is the inverse of what? P, and P inverse is an element or is under the real number system, or is an element of the real number system. So now in place of kill we substitute in what? P inverse. So we have the rule is let's say P operation P inverse is equal to, now this one is P inverse over 7 plus P plus P inverse, and this P operation P inverse is just E, which is equal to P inverse over 7 plus P inverse. Now what is E? E is just 0. So 0 is equal to P inverse over 7 plus P inverse. Now the same thing, 7 is the LCM. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get 7 times 0 is still 0 equals 7 multiplies this. We have P inverse plus 7 times P is 7P plus 7 times P inverse. Now we send 7P to the left hand side so that we have 0 minus 7P equals P inverse plus 7P inverse. Now we make P inverse the subject, so we factorize P inverse out, then we have P plus 7. This here we get negative 7P. We want P inverse, so we divide both sides by P plus 7. So we can see that therefore P inverse is just negative 7P over P plus 7. So this is what we have. So it's just P inverse is just negative 7P all over P plus 7. Now we need to find the A part, which is the inverse of negative 2 under the operation. So the inverse of negative 2. So we need, let me clean this place. So inverse of negative 2 under the operation. Now to find for the inverse of negative 2 under the operation plus, we need to substitute negative 2 into the relation we have for P inverse. So which means that wherever we see P, we substitute in what? -2. So that's the A part. It says what? Inverse of -2 and the operation. So which means that we have P inverse is equal to -7P out of P plus 7. So here will be -2 inverse is equal to -7 times -2 all over -2 plus 7. So here we have positive 14 over this one will be 5. So -2 inverse. So 14 out of 5, which we can also write it as, let's say, 5 will go into 14 2 times, remainder 4 over 5. So -2 inverse is that. So we can see that therefore the inverse of -2 is just 14 out of 5. So the inverse of -2 is just 14 out of what? 5. Alright, so let's see the B part, which is the truth set of M operation 5 equals M operation 7. So let's see. So mathematics is not a spectator of sports. If you don't understand, please play back the video for better understanding. So let's see for the B part. The B part says we should find M operation 5 equals M operation 7. And now we are dealing with the operation here. So this is the operation. So which means that this one is P, this one is Q. Here to P, there we have what? Q. So now we go, so it is P, which is M times Q 5 over 7 plus P, which is M plus Q, which is 5, is equal to the same thing we apply it here. P, which is M times 7 over 7 plus P, which is M plus Q, which is 7. So this is what we have. So we have 5M over 7 plus M plus 5 equals, this one is just 7M over 7 plus M plus 7. Alright, now 7 can cancel 7. And here is just 1. So when you check the allied terms, so 5 over 7M plus 1M, or let's see M. So 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 5 is just 12. So we have 12 over 7M plus 5 equals, this one will cancel. So we have only M. And M plus M is just 2M plus 7. We still group like terms. 2M to the left hand side, we have negative. Positive 5 to the right hand side, we also have negative. So 12 over 7M minus 2M equals 7 minus 5. Now let's see. 7 times 2 is 14. 12 minus 14 is just -2 out of 7M equals 7 minus 5 is just 2. Now what can we do? We have 2 terms here. We have 2 terms here, right? We can choose to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of -2 out of 7. You can multiply both sides by the reciprocal of -2 out of 7, which is 7 out of what? -2. So 7 out of -2. So let's say we multiply here. So it will be 7 out of negative 7 out of 2 times -2 out of 7. M is equal to 2 times -7 out of 2. So that negative times negative is just positive. This one cancels, this one cancels. So we have M, which is equal to 2 cancels 2, which is 1. 1 times -7 is -7. So M is just -7. But the question says find the truth set. So you can see that therefore the truth set, or we we can say that the solution set is just equal to m is such that m being an element of all the real numbers where m is equal to -7. So we have the true set as this. M is such that m being an element of all the real numbers where our m is just equal to -7. Alright, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Wassce Tutorials. We see where mathematical literacy begins. See you in our next video for question 2.